The myth of the good guy. Women don't fall in love with who you are. They fall in love with what you are. And no appeal to their reason will convince them otherwise. There is a dichotomy that exists for men in this respect, which really has no parallel for women. A man must be conditioned to confuse him that attraction qualities are arousal qualities. I am aware of certain formerly red pill writers who promote the archetype of a good guy as some role for men to ideally aspire to. The alpha cad archetype must necessarily become the douchebag caricature of an overtly distasteful hypermasculinity for men less able to embody it. And yet, the opposite caricature of the doormat, supplicating beta dad is equally distasteful and certainly untenable when we consider that attractive qualities are never necessarily arousing qualities. So the archetype of the good guy is offered up as some sort of livable, compromised ideal. If men could aspire to embody the best of the alpha and temper that with what they define themselves as the best of the beta, well, then he'd be the perfect catch for any woman, of course. The problem with this good guy, best of both men myth is not because men can't or wouldn't want to try to balance those halves to accommodate women's hypergamy for them, but simply because women neither want nor expect that balance in the same man to begin with. We've reached a point in our socio-sexual environment where not only do women not need or need less the old order good provider, they also compartmentalize men into sets of alpha and beta. The guy they want to fuck and the guy they see as relationship material. The man who rides the cusp of both influences isn't believable. It comes back to the just get it principle for women. Any guy who needs to make a concerted effort to become what he expects women will want from him to be the perfect guy doesn't get it. They want Mr. Perfect because that is who he already is, without having to be told, without making a conscious effort. I mentioned above that there really is no parallel for this in women. But allow me to point out that there is no concerted parallel social effort on the part of women in which women prompt each other to become a good girl in order to satisfy the ideals of men. If anything, a hostile opposite resistance to this is most true. Women are conditioned never to do anything to better please a man. Yes, they do so anyway, but this is in spite of that conditioning. Women neither expect nor want a good guy because he's not believable, and his genuineness is always doubtable. That may sound jaded, but throw away any idea of being a good guy balance of alpha and beta, because the beta side of good is so reinforced and common in men that it's become the default template for women's perception of you. The sexual alphaness of a male towards a female is exhibited by her wanting to please him, and the sexual beta-ness of a male is exhibited by him needing to please her.